Today is March 23rd, 2011, Wednesday, and a very action-packed one, might I add. I woke up at 8:30, ate, brushed my teeth and washed my face a la vlog brother, got dressed, and searched through my closet per usual to find a loving note telling me that I would have to wait until this evening to be graced by the presence of my certain someone. This is also one of the reasons why today is magical. Well, for me at least. I'm almost positive you'll find something else magical in this video, but I won't tell you what it is. Next wait a second. Who called in the adorable baby squad of awesome? Oh wait, never mind. That's just Leo. My 2-year-old brother is sitting in the back seat with me as Mom drives us 45 minutes to see Beth, Leo's speech therapist, whom we see for free every single Wednesday. Of course, I never get to go, since I'm in school and all, but this was my lucky day. Oh, and speaking of that adorable baby squad of awesome, yeah, Henry, you can join the club. As I sat in the waiting room for an hour, reading Act 4 of Macbeth, I started to ponder, can we please turn that TV off? I can't concentrate. Is that the family who Mom complains about almost every week? Poor kid, I wonder what happened to his foot, and so on and so forth. All of this made me realize how selfish I can really be, and that I seriously thought I was more important than all of these other people who have to come to the hospital all the time, like Leo, just so they can live a normal life. Kind of like the one I have. And now, after therapy, we stopped by the extremely unhealthy play place and got lunch. As I sat there, I pondered again. Why is Mom all of a sudden in a bad mood? Does it have to be so windy on a day like today? Come on, Leo, won't you please eat your lunch? And then I saw something that made me think of Claire. Leo's Happy Meals starred the younger versions of the DC superheroes, and they were completely wrong. Young Flash? No. His name is Speedy. Who the heck is Superboy? Aqualad? Come on, this one is just too off for words. And poor Robin. Do I even have to explain? This made me think, DC, why aren't you happy with what you had? Why did you have to change when things were perfect the way they were? Which made me think of myself. And I started talking to Leo to make me think of that less. Now we start to move on to one of the more fun parts of the day. The animals. Suson Park is home to several animals of all kinds, including ducks, goats, beautiful chickens, goose things that scared the living bejesus out of Leo, bunny rabbits, a peacock, bunnies in bunny jail, my next Thanksgiving dinner, Lola, the 12-year-old sow, and her 8 children, and last but not least, the horses, most of which are miniature. Now, as I was standing here watching these beautiful creatures, I couldn't help but notice something in their stables. Here's the information sign for Parker. From what it says, he seems like a very fine horse, going to be turning 12 in about a month. But what struck me most was the thing at the very bottom. His purpose is pleasure. Now, mind you, it doesn't say what kind of pleasure, and we can obviously take this 2 different ways. Maybe he's pleasure for us, the park goers, so we can marvel at him and his awesome little cute miniatureness. Or is he simply pleasure for the female horses, just so they don't run out of said cute miniatureness? This got me thinking about my own information sign. What would they put as my purpose? Who would fill this out? Well, I hope they don't put my purpose as something crummy, like this sign. As we ended our day at the playground, I got to see Leo in his true happy fun time place. I also got to have fun and run around with all these kids. I have a splinter and a scrape on my elbow to prove it. As I watched these kids run around, my mom kept saying, this playground isn't what it used to be, and she'd talk about all this stuff that reminded me of a younger playground. I'd have fun on stuff like this, and run around until I was begging Mom not to go home, like a lot of the kids here. But a lot of time has passed since then, and now that I'm 16, which I proudly proclaim to some Mom, I've changed a lot too. But has it been better? or for the worse? Well, when thinking about that playground, I'd say for both. Sure, it's new, rubbery, safer, and multi-age appropriate. But I miss all the tiny pebbles you'd get stuck in your sneakers, and remembering that almost everything was metal. I suppose change can sometimes be for the better, even though you may not want it to be. So when I got home after my long day, I plopped down on my fuzzy carpet and just laid there, trying to get my energy back. Later, when I was making my volcano from Gatorade and bath fizz that smells like strawberry wink, which made the bathroom smell like that for the next few hours, I realized that a lot has changed since I was Leo's age. I mean, sure, not everything can stay the same, but can't some things? Like the simplicity of this volcano here. All it took was strawberry Gatorade and some imagination from me. And a lot of the time, I think we forget that. Some things don't have to be so drawn out and complex, even though we'd like to make them like that. And later, when I was painting my nails from getting out of the shower, I had no idea that I would soon be enjoying chicken pot pie for dinner, of all things to eat on a hot day, watching the Jungle episode of Planet Earth, which I had already seen like 5 times, or hear Mom call me a moron after I had unintentionally done something wrong. But when I heard Leo call my name for dinner, yes, he can say my name now, well, kind of, I knew something good was going to happen later. And it ended up being Leo himself, coming in at 11:01 at night to give me a hug and kiss goodnight, without being told to do it, and then just leaving with a little bitty smile on his face. My challenge is for one of you to find pleasure in something small in your life. And I rolled Sammy. Good luck with that. Maggie, I'll see you on Thursday.